In this video, I'm going to try to demonstrate to you that the mashup created by Skysports was a complete contrivance to mislead us all. So, a month after the Abu Dhabi fraud, Sky Sports put this presentation together to try to convince us all that it was just an error, it was all confusing. I'm going to get into what Lazenby firstly presents, and then we'll start looking at their mashup that they created, and then we'll go through the truth. So this is what they created.
Okay, well, let's go back much more on this and break it down for you from the moment that Nicholas Latifi put it in the wall at turn 14. That brought out the safety car, and at that point, Lewis Hamilton had an 11-second lead. So 5 laps remaining, and then the uncertainty in race control quickly appeared to escalate. It caused confusion not only on the pit wall, but with the drivers too. This is
okay. The confusion and uncertainty seem to escalate, and this is what they've put together to try to demonstrate that.
Some of the team radio that we didn't have access to on the night, but gives a fascinating take on what it felt like from the cockpits of those involved.
So, Lewis Hamilton. Over on this side of the screen, you see I've got several tabs queued up. They use the footage from 7 drivers, so I've got 7 different tabs, well, more than that, queued up. I've got it queued up at 1:28:25, and this is what's going on. This is the global feed.
Didn't they? We thought they would be in terrible trouble come the first race.
Oh no! Nicholas Latifi has crashed.
So there's Nicholas Latifi has crashed. All right, now if we go to tracker view.
Terrible trouble come the first race.
Oh no!
Oh no, Nicholas Latifi has crashed. So Nicholas Latifi is the blue dot underneath the Petronas green dot of Valtteri Bottas. We don't use Valtteri Bottas in this mashup. Next on the scene is Yuki Tsunoda. We don't use Yuki Tsunoda's audio in this mashup. Next is Pierre Gasly. We don't use Pierre Gasly in this mashup. Then we've got Lewis Hamilton. All right. So, well, firstly, we'll go to Lewis Hamilton. So we'll do that in the next tab. If we go to driver cam and we'll scroll down to Lewis Hamilton, here he is. And it'll be, oh no, Nicholas Latifi has crashed.
So we have a double yellow.
Lewis getting notified of double yellow.
Double yellow, exit turn 4. Exit turn 4. Turn 14. So turn 14, yellow, yellow. Entering it now. Stay left, stay left, stay left, staying out, staying out.
Stay left, stay left, stay left, staying out, staying out. That's what you've just heard. Okay. From Lewis.
Safety car, keep the delta positive. Double yellow, exit turn 14. Safety car.
That's not the same, is it? That's not the same, is it? So
we have a double yellow, exit turn 14.
And we'll just go back here.
Turn 14, so turn 14, yellow. Entering it now, stay left, stay left, stay left, staying out, staying out. Safety car, keep the delta.
So that's different. Okay, we're on to Max Verstappen. So, what happens with Max?
Safety car deployed, Max.
Daniel, me.
Okay, so let's get the next tab for Max Verstappen. So, here we are, tab number 3, driver cam, Max Verstappen. Oh no, Nicholas Latifi has now crashed.
Max, there's a yellow flags at turn 14. Latifi.
So this is turn 9.
Is completely in the middle of the road, debris all over the shop. Safety car deployed, Max. Safety.
Okay. That might be one that's okay. Let's just double check.
Medium or soft there.
Safety car deployed, Max.
So that one was accurate. Okay. So the Red Bull one so far is accurate. That seemed to match up.
Daniel, medium or soft? There is 5 laps to go.
Let's go soft.
Now, they don't show us the in-car footage. They're just still playing us the track, but just overlaying with Daniel Ricciardo's. Now, let's look at it from the perspective of Ricciardo. What's actually going on with the situation? So there's Max. I wanted to actually be on track of you, didn't I? Which tab did I have track of? There it is. It must have been the last one. Sorry. Right, where's Daniel Ricciardo? So after Hamilton is Norris, orange dot. We don't use Norris in this mashup. Then it's Alonso. We do use Alonso in this mashup. Then it's Ocon. We don't use Ocon in the mashup. Then it's Verstappen, who we've just seen. Then after Verstappen, it's Ricciardo. After Ricciardo, it's Leclerc. We don't use Leclerc in the mashup, but we do use Vettel and Stroll. And then the other cars are Perez, who we don't use in this mashup, Mick Schumacher, who we don't use in this mashup, and Carlos Sainz here, who we do use in the mashup. And then we're back round to Valtteri Bottas again. So, the next car that we're talking about then is, I'm onto this tab here, is Daniel Ricciardo. So let's have a look what's going on with Daniel Ricciardo. So that car in front of Daniel Ricciardo is Max Verstappen. It's about now. Oh no! Nicholas Latifi has crashed.
Safety car, safety car. Safety car driving, Delta positive, and recharge on is good.
Note when they say Delta positive, stick to your Delta. Nothing to do with being 10 car lengths, okay? It's about Delta. So when they tell you at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, when Max and Red Bull get on the radio and F1 TV present that to the world is, yes, what Mercedes are doing is disgusting. They're trying to thwart us. No, they're just driving to their Delta.
Daniel, the accident is on the exit of 14. Keep to the left in 14. Daniel, medium or soft? There is 5 laps to go.
They're showing us Nicholas Latifi's car at turn 14 there.
Let's go soft.
And Daniel's gone soft as he goes round turn 14. What happens round here?
We're box.
Yep, box.
We didn't see Daniel. They've got the overhead view there, playing us that. So let's just go back 5 seconds, 10 seconds.
Safety car deployed, Max.
Daniel, medium or soft? There is 5 laps.
There's Daniel's car there. Okay, because it was a Red Bull followed by the McLaren. There's Daniel passing Latifi's car. There he is. There's Latifi's car in front of Daniel there.
To go.
Let's go soft.
Daniel,
And he's gone soft.
we're box.
He's gone soft after passing Latifi's car there. Here, he goes soft before Latifi's car.
Daniel, medium or soft? There is 5 laps to go.
Let's go soft.
Right, next one.
Box.
So it's strap mode 1, strap mode 1,
Box.
negative.
So there's the pit entrance. Let's go back to Hamilton.
Delta positive.
This is Hamilton seeing Latifi's crash site for the first time. He'll shake his head because he knows.
Shit butter, man.
So it's strap mode 1, strap mode 1,
Pit entrance coming up.
negative.
Okay, so that bit's authentic.
Yeah, copy that. Then
Stuff on the track.
Now we're on to Vettel. Okay, and they're saying it's lap 55. So let's see what goes on with Vettel. Might be some time before we get here with Vettel.
they've got to let you.
And they did the fire thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're going after the fire thing. This is where, oh, it's confusing. The drivers don't know what's going on. We've jumped to after the fire thing.
Extinguisher is the word I was looking for.
So let's just go through this again, Vettel.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, copy that.
Other
And
stuff on the track.
they got to let you.
And they did the fire thing.
Yeah.
And they did the fire thing. So Vettel here is, they're coming down the straight in between turn 5 and turn 6, and Vettel's ahead of Verstappen there. And they're saying it's lap 55. Let's open a tab and have a look at Vettel. That one's Ricardo. Let's have a look at Sebastian Vettel.
So Ricardo 28.7, Lance 28.6.
Oh no, Nicholas Latifi's already crashed. And so he has to slow down to his delta. Think about the 10 car lengths. Is he more than 10 car lengths behind somebody?
So that's a safety car. Safety car. Keep your temperature in your tyres. You can go to heat. Go to heat.
Do we have a gap to box into?
Yeah, we're just going to keep an eye on what happens to the cars ahead. If a lot of cars stop ahead, we might not.
Ah, see, do we have a gap to box into? What does do we have a gap to box into? Means that can I get into the pits to change tyres and come back on track without losing position? Okay, it's a shot to nothing if that's the case. That's what that means. So this is a 4-time world champion, somebody that knows what he's actually doing here.
Do we have a gap to box into?
Do we have a gap to box into? That is what that means. Can I come into the pits and change my tyres without losing position? Okay, it's a free hit and it's something that we don't lose out on doing, and should the race restart, then we've got the benefit of that. And what did Aston Martin reply?
Yeah, we're just going to keep an eye on what happens to the cars ahead. If a lot of cars stop ahead, we might not.
No, if the cars ahead stop, we'll keep you out on track, so you jump them whilst they're in the pits. That's what that means. And let's just be clear about it at the moment. This stage, data view.
Time to go, doesn't it?
Vettel is down here in 13th position. What happens is Leclerc and Ricardo do pit, and therefore that boosts Vettel up to 11th. Is that right? I think that's right. I think maybe Leclerc gets out ahead of him, but Leclerc doesn't pit. I'm wrong about Leclerc pitting. Ricardo pits, and Vettel jumps that position into 12th. It's when Perez retires, it boosts Vettel into 11th. Okay, back to Vettel. Okay, first time past Latifi's car. No fire extinguisher. Hasn't caught fire yet.
So just be close on your delta.
Right, so he's had no notification. I'll stay to your delta. Nothing to do with being 10 car lengths. You have to close up within 10 car lengths. No, still on your delta. Pit entrance.
Let me know.
Stay out, stay out, stay out.
And like I say, there's a lag. So he would have got the stay out just before needing to dive into the pits.
Stay out.
Now here's the thing. Because he was lapped, Hamilton is now on lap 54 for Hamilton. Vettel is on lap 53 for Vettel. All right? Okay, heading down towards turn 5 now. Okay, now it's that top straight in between turns 5 and turn 6. Are we doing the 10 car length thing? No, we're not, are we? What he's doing, he's still complying to a delta, speeding up, slowing down, keeping temperature in, tyres and brakes is what they put on for us. No car to be seen ahead, is there?
Yeah, she's doing a good job with these tyres. Just keep working on the brakes. It is Verstappen behind on an out lap.
Verstappen behind on an out lap. Verstappen, who had previously lapped you, has now fallen back behind you, having pitted.
Behind him it's Ricciardo on used soft.
Meaning, Sebastian, you've jumped Ricciardo when he pitted. But now Ricciardo's on soft tyres. You can see from Sebastian Vettel's perspective here, he's on that old hard tyre now. And if we can go to data view, where are we? Here's Vettel. Vettel pitted on approximately lap 22, 23. So he's been on the hard tyre since then. You know, it's not the same as Lewis Hamilton, who went on to the hard tyre back on lap 14. You know, they were able to run the mediums till about lap 22, which is what a lot of the drivers were able to do, if not longer. Funny that. So we're on hard tyres with Sebastian Vettel. Obviously, on old hard tyres, knowing that now Ricciardo, who you've managed to jump, is on fresh softs, are you desperate for this race to resume, Sebastian, so that Daniel Ricciardo can have a free hit at you on those fresh soft compound tyres? Even though they're still fresh compared to your old hards. Now we're starting to catch those cars ahead. Second time past the incident. Now we've got the smoke. There we go.
So let's see if he's cars left. Keep there down ahead.
The smoke, well, I say smoke, fire extinguisher powder. And I say there's a slight lag. It's likely that Vettel would have been given that message a few seconds before he was on the scene.
So we believe 4 laps at the end of this one.
It will take them longer than that.
It will take them longer than that, Sebastian. Let's just go back a little bit. Again, this is an experienced driver coming by the scene again.
So let's see if his cars left. Keep there down ahead.
Okay, safety cars up ahead. Lewis Hamilton is now on lap 55. This is lap 54 for Seb, having been lapped, but Lewis Hamilton is on lap 55.
So we believe 4 laps at the end of this one.
So we believe 4 laps at the end of this one. Hang on a minute. We are on lap 55. 55, 56, 57 and 58. That is 4 laps including this one, not at the end of this one. So how much of a lag is this here? How much of a lag is this what's being spoken? Okay, that's now starting lap 55 for Lewis. Now, for Sebastian, if he's unlapped, that's a lap. I don't know whether he's referring to the laps remaining in the race for the leader or the laps remaining for Sebastian Vettel. It could be that. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on this one.
So we believe 4 laps at the end of this one.
Yes, so for Sebastian Vettel, because this is his lap 53, he'll have to complete this lap, then he'll have to do 54, 55, 56. Sorry, this is lap 54 for Vettel, 55 Hamilton. So therefore, having completed this lap, his lap 54, he'll have to do 55, 56, 57 and 58. So 4 laps at the end of this one for Sebastian, if he is released and allowed to unlap and the race resumes, if that's the case. If it's a safety car finish, then they don't, like, once the checkered flag goes, he doesn't have to then continue and do that further lap. He finishes the race a lap down.
It will take them longer than that.
It will take them longer than that, says Sebastian. So that doesn't appear in the mashup, does it? Sebastian Vettel's all confused, according to the mashup. He's just told you it will take them longer than that.
Yeah, copy that.
There's stuff on the track.
Copy that.
They got to let you.
And they did the fire thing.
Yeah.
And they did the fire thing.
Extinguisher is the word I was looking for.
Extinguisher, roger that.
Roger that. So it's going to take them longer than that. This is Sebastian Vettel then. So this is the start-finish straight going into turn 1. Let's listen to when he says this.
End of this one.
Turn 1. This is heading to 2.
It will take them longer than that.
Yeah, copy that.
There's stuff on the track.
They got to let you.
And they did the fire thing.
Yeah.
Extinguisher is the word I was looking for.
Extinguisher, roger that.
So back over here.
Extinguisher is the word I was looking for.
Extinguisher, roger that.
Extinguisher, roger that. Let's go back to let's listen carefully whether they play it will take them longer than that.
Yeah, copy that.
There's stuff on the track.
They got to let you.
Oh, they missed that bit out, didn't they?
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, copy that.
There's stuff on the track.
They got to let you.
And they did the fire thing.
Yeah.
And they did the fire thing. This is heading down. What you see in the distance there, that's turn 5. They're heading towards turn 6. You've just heard this conversation over here, and here's Sebastian Vettel going through what they would call this bend here, about turn 4.
Extinguisher is the word I was looking for.
Extinguisher, roger that.
What's the situation? Did the fire thing.
Yeah.
Extinguisher is the word I was looking for.
Extinguisher, roger that.
So that's not synced up, is it? Back to Lewis Hamilton. What's he saying now, and where are we for Lewis Hamilton?
So, situation is, Verstappen has pitted. He had a free pit stop. We would have lost track position to him. 4 laps remaining when you cross the line. So this field has to bunch, and then they have to send lap cars through. So it may not restart.
Is he right behind me?
He will be, once they've sorted out all the order. This is going to take a while to sort out.
With new tyres?
And copy Lewis. We would have lost track position if we had pitted.
So, with Lewis Hamilton, that was actually going down that long straight from turn 5 to turn 6, around turn 6 and 7, and onto the straight down towards turn 9. So let's have a look what's going on with Lewis. So this is when he's actually first picked up by the safety car. Well, there's turn 6. There's that bridge. Maybe you have to wait till next time round. Who knows?
What's the situation behind me?
So, situation
This is down towards turn 9.
is Verstappen has pitted. He had a free pit stop. We would have lost track position to him.
This is turn 9, the big curve.
4 laps remaining, or when you cross the line. So this field has to bunch, and then they have to
Nice blue in the background there, the complex by turn 14.
send lap cars through. So it may not restart.
Oh, fuck. Is he right behind me?
He will be once they've sorted out all the order. This is going to take a while to sort out.
Marcus, who'd get out of...
Let's go back here. So this is the end of the battle.
Extinguisher is the word I was looking for.
Extinguisher, roger that.
What's the situation behind me?
So
This is the straight from turn 5 to turn 6.
situation is Verstappen has pitted. He had a free pit stop. We would have lost track position to him. 4 laps remaining, or when you cross the line. So this field has to bunch, and then they have to send lap cars through. So it may not restart.
Is he right behind me?
That's turn 6.
He will be once they've sorted out all the order. This is going to take a while to sort out.
With new tyres?
There's the bridge.
Copy, Lewis. We would have lost track position if we had pitted.
And he's back, Marcus.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? It's absolutely unbelievable.
Restart to him.
What's the situation behind me?
So, situation is Verstappen has pitted. He had a free pit stop. We would have lost track position to him. 4 laps remaining, or when you cross the line. So this field has to bunch, and then they have to send lap cars through. So it may not restart.
Oh, fuck. Is he right behind me?
He will be once they've sorted out all the order. This is going to take a while to sort out.
With new tyres?
Copy, Lewis. We would have lost track position if we had pitted.
Copy, Lewis. We would have lost track position if we'd have pitted.
Marcus, who'd get out of the way.
When did they say that here?
Order. This is going to take a while to sort out.
With new tyres?
Copy, Lewis. We would have lost track position if we...
There's something different there, isn't there, lads and ladies? Can you spot the difference? This is called fraud, okay? You know, like the BBC edited the Donald Trump thing, and Trump is suing them for $1 billion, yeah? Because they misrepresented what was going on. Yeah, that.
We had pitted.
And he's back, Marcus, who'd get...
Right. So this is the smoke now. This is Max. This is Max now on lap 56. All right. This is Max on lap 56. Oh, wow. This is.
Get out of the way. They should have left them.
They're showing him driving down the grid here. The start-finish line is there. Max is being said. You know, they're showing Max saying.
Michael wants to get this.
Right there.
And he's back, Marcus, who'd get out of the way.
Okay, so let's go and see when Max said that. Here we are on Max.
Car deployed.
Safety car's been deployed, okay? They have not even passed the scene yet. Let's see when Max says that.
So dash positive. So say keep tight around turn 14. keep tight around turn 14.
First time past the scene.
Box and pit confirm, please, Max. Box, pit confirm. Strat 12 in pit lane.
Yeah, so you see, Sebastian Vettel says, "Have we got a window to box into?" Max doesn't. Okay, and it's not his team on the radio going box. No. It's all nice and calm, isn't it? It's all nice and calm. They're not asking him what tyres, like Daniel Ricciardo's team. Let's go just to remind ourselves what Daniel Ricciardo's communication was.
Soft, there is 5. Charge on is good. Daniel, the accident is on the exit of 14. Keep to the left in 14. Daniel, medium or soft? There is 5 laps to go.
Let's go soft.
So there's Daniel. Max is the car ahead of him. This is them having the conversations. What are Red Bull doing?
Box and pit confirm, please, Max. Box.
Oh, smooth. Yeah, we're just taking this in our stride. Yes, Red Bull, we're not reacting with haste to something that's now, out of the blue, given us this opportunity. Right, we can react to this. Maybe we can take advantage of this. Max, box. We're going to put you onto fresh stuff. No, Max, take your time, lad. Box. Yes.
Pit confirm. Strat 12 in pit lane.
You know, it's almost as if you kind of knew it was all going to happen this way, and therefore you're just letting it play out as planned, lads.
Okay, strat 8. Safety car's just picked up Hamilton.
So this is about turn 3 that the pit lane exit rejoins the track. That's bend 4, and we're on the way down to turn 5 now. Lap 54 this is.
So just keep following your dash. Safety car currently at turn 7.
Keep following your delta, was this? Keep following your delta, did he say? What about the 10 car lengths rule?
So just keep following your dash.
Your dash, so that, I'm pretty much assuming it's his delta.
Safety car currently at turn 7.
How many laps remaining?
There's 4 laps including this one.
Four laps including this one. You're on lap 54 at the moment. There's this one, and then a further 4. What do you mean there's 4 laps including this one? You are on lap 54. 4 laps including this one. 4 laps including this one. You're on lap 54. So including this one, 4 laps. So that means 3 beyond this one. That takes you to the end of lap 57. What happens at the end of lap 57, Giampiero? Oh, the safety car comes in and we get the shootout lap. So that's Sebastian Vettel now in front of Max Verstappen. who Max had previously lapped, but by pitting has come out of them pits behind him. Not a problem though, because we know that there's the unlapping procedure. So we know that despite pitting that he'll still be on the back of Lewis Hamilton by the time that they can, if they can resume racing, because they'll have to carry out the mandatory procedure. So it's not a worry for Red Bull to be in this situation of, oh, what if they resume the race with the lapped cars in situ? We're only 3 lapped cars behind. Now we'll be 5 lapped cars behind. Oh, shall we pit or not? Because that could make us even further behind than we originally were. No, that's not a consideration. Why is that not a consideration? Because it's not allowed. That bullshit narrative about being able to restart the race with lapped cars in situ and them all getting blue flags is a load of bollocks. Hence, the teams don't have to worry about that. So, Latifi's car, this is on lap 54. This is with the fire extinguisher having been deployed. So, at the start of this lap, it was 4 laps including this one. So now 3 to go, that will take him to the end of lap 57. Max is quite calm, isn't he? Not asking what the situation is. You would think, if you were pretty eager to be trying to win your first world championship, you'd kind of hope to be getting updates all the time to see, is there any chance of this race resuming? Am I going to get any chance whatsoever to have a chance of attempting to win the world championship? No, Max is as cool as a cucumber. Ice cold Max. Calm, calculated, focused on the... Really, that's not the Max that we know. Max the hothead that just drives his car at everybody else. That's what you get when you don't leave the room with Max. Why is Max so calm about the situation, everybody? That's not the Max Verstappen that the world knows.
Could I have mode 3 for now, please, Max? Mode 3. Just keep working the tyres. Keep
Cashier number 6, please.
working the tyres. Okay, so the Williams is on a crane that's being moved out of the way now, but still stay hard left through 14.
viewers, there's the crane. This is lap 55, okay? The next lap will be lap 56, which is the key lap, all right? The key lap, whereby these lapped cars must be released on lap 56. Then the procedure is such that the safety car will return to the pits at the end of the following lap. If you can't release them on lap 56, then what happens is it's a safety car finish. Because if you release them on lap 57, the safety car returns to the pits at the end of lap 58. That's the safety car finish. Lap 56 is key. We're about to start that once he goes through these next couple of curves. There's still a load of white powder on the track. Let's just go to, let me see how many tabs I need. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go to this one. This was the early tracker view. Let's just go to, what is the timing on Max's car? 1:34.04. Let's go to this one. 1:34.04. And let's just go back. And let's look at Nicholas Latifi's camera. So this is on board with Nicholas Latifi. You know, what they didn't show us when they did the mashup was at the start of that lap for Nicholas Latifi. They didn't show his race engineer saying, got to be this lap, Nicholas. And then when he gets to turn 14, he puts it in the wall. Yeah, it had to be that lap, Nicholas. So this is what's going on. All right. This is Nicholas Latifi's car on the crane. Lovely view there. It's panning round, and when it pans round, what you'll see is you'll see oranges. Oranges, orange. You see people moving on the track in orange overalls. Now, I don't think that I can... Oh, I can. Yeah, I can zoom it a bit. There are marshals on the track. So if you're watching this on a big screen, you'll be able to see. The resolution's not great, but you can see them there. They're climbing over, and obviously because they are swinging the car around, it's not ideal. And sadly, this graphic on the right hand side of the screen is interfering with what's visible on the track. But behind that, I can see through it. You might struggle. I don't know how much of it you can see. Let me just pause it there. There are marshals here on the track. There they are on the track behind Boldy there. Somebody on the track there behind Boldy. Still pissing around with it. Let's see what else we can see. We'll keep our eye on the time here. 1:35.48. Because it will come round again, I believe. And we'll see a little bit more. 1:35. We're now up to 1:36. And up there, orange marshals overalls on the track. Orange marshals overalls on the track. And what's going by now? 1:36.14. 1:36.14. And what we've just seen, just go back here. At 1:36. It's difficult to actually see. There's definitely marshals on there. You might have caught a glimpse of the orange overalls on the track. 1:36. All right, Latifi. I don't think we're going to see much more than that, unfortunately. you might hear cars coming by. What you will have just seen is a car going by. 136, and we'll get through to 136.20. And you can see on the track cars are going by if you can see through that graphic. So let's go back. Remember 136, and by 136.20 there's a load of cars coming through the site. Let's go back to Max. We're back to 134.04. On lap 56, as he goes down here and crosses the start-finish line, he'll be starting lap 56, the key lap. Are we getting a similar picture? Is it? Oops. Oh, it's done that on me. I need to reset that. Will it reset? Yes, that's done that. Okay. Gone a bit too far. Well, the key is we're not hearing anything, are we? This is turn 1. We haven't heard a peep out of Max for over a lap now, have we? You know, this nervous lad that's chasing his first ever world championship. Are we going to get any more racing laps? What jeopardy! If we are, Max is going to be on those much fresher soft compound tyres. Giving him the van, Max is pretty chilled about it. Max isn't excited about the prospect.
These back markers need to get out of the way. They should unlock themselves.
Yep, they will once that message comes through.
So that was the pit exit we've just gone by, isn't it?
These back markers need to get out of the way. They should unlock themselves.
Pit exit. Right. Back over here.
They should unlock themselves.
Michael wants to get this race.
Let's just go back. Pit straight.
These back markers need to get out of the way. They should unlock themselves.
Michael wants to
Back to Sebastian.
get this race restarted. You should let us through.
Lap 55 it's saying now for Sebastian Vettel. Let's have a look for Sebastian's camera again. What's going on lap 55? Is this Sebastian? This is Sebastian. Now, why would you say this?
Stay behind safety car.
Finish off, Max, and listen to Sebastian again.
These back markers need to get out of the way. They should unlock themselves.
Michael wants to get this race restarted. You should let us through.
If Michael wants to get this race restarted, he should let us through. Why are you concerned about Michael?
Stay.
Let me just pause this recording whilst I plug in. You might see that I've got my power and battery. I thought I'd plugged in. I have. I'm just going to switch on at the plug. Give me a second. Right, I'm back. Let's listen to that from Sebastian one more time, because they're saying it happened on lap 55 for Vettel. They cut back to lap 54. Oh, listen to this from the drivers, everybody. Everybody's confused when you're mashing it up and you're also overlaying it at different times where it didn't take place like that, because you're manufacturing something to make out that everybody's confused with what's actually going on. You're liars.
Michael wants to get this race restarted. You should let us through.
If Michael wants to get this race restarted, he should let us through. Why is Sebastian Vettel suggesting if Michael wants to get this restarted? What are you concerned about, Sebastian? What do you know that Michael would like to get this race restarted? Would you like to get this race restarted, Sebastian? Because you've just gained a position over Daniel Ricciardo. He's managed to get onto some fresh soft compound tyres. You've gained a position. And you're going to lose that position if it restarts, because he's going to have a massive advantage over you. Would it not be better for you just for it to be finished in behind the safety car? Because on your old hard compound tyres, you're not going forwards, are you? you might have closed on the car in front of you, but you're in no position to challenge it. And actually you're a sitting duck relative to the car behind you. So you don't want to be restarting this, Sebastian. But if Michael wants to restart it, what do you know about Michael's desires, Sebastian? Let's have a see when Sebastian actually says this. So at 1:32:08 there.
Michael wants to get this race restarted. He should let us through.
So before they do a restart, they will let you guys through.
So that's fairly congruent.
It's through. If Michael wants to get this race restarted, he should let us through.
So before they do a restart, they will let you guys through.
Not quite right, but you could say that that's not as fraudulent as some.
Stay behind safety car. Do you mean?
He should let us through.
Stay.
Right, so they then cut to Sainz. We haven't been to Sainz yet. But they claim that that's on lap 54. What we'll do before we go to Sainz is we'll go through Verstappen's lap through to 1 hour 36 minutes. Remember where Latifi's car was being recovered, and Marshall's were definitely on the track at 1 hour 36 minutes dead. And then within 20 seconds of that, the safety car snake went through. Let's have a look what's going on here.
Yep, they will once that message comes through. Okay, so stay online, Max. Those lap cars are now being allowed to overtake.
Thank God for that. This is because it's lap 56. This is the key lap, and this is the lap where the unlapping procedure must begin. So the lapped cars will be released on this lap, and then they'll be afforded a further lap of that safety car with which to attempt to catch the back of the pack to restore sporting fairness to all competitors after the race has been interfered with a safety car, and that will make lap 58 a valid racing lap. So stay online. We're going to do this unlapping procedure.
Stay online. Let them go off the racing line. Sorry.
Not. Actually, no, not. At 1 hour 35 minutes and 1 second. No, not.
Cancel that. Lap cars will not be allowed to overtake.
Yeah, of course. Typical decision.
Israel Verstappen is the victim, isn't he? So, typical decision at 1:35. Typical decision. Max isn't surprised. There's at 1:35. And let's just go back to Max and see what's going on here at 1:35.
Lap cars will not be allowed to overtake.
At 1:35, lapped cars will not be allowed to overtake. Why is that? Through there's Marshalls on the track. There they are, look. Marshalls on the track. Can you see? There's marshals on the track. The clerk of the course cannot declare this track safe whilst marshals are on the track clearing up debris. They're still on the track in the background. They're still on the track. They're still on the track. They're still on the track. There's several of them still on the track, moving around in the background. Trying to get it close up, but also it keeps going out of view as the car's moving. Still on the track. Still on the track. The car will swing back round again. We're at 1:35, 50, 51. They are still on the track, but it's just so blurry. Crap. I've done other videos demonstrating it. There are marshals on the track still. 1:36. Back to Max.
Yeah, of course. Typical decision.
Yes, Max. It is a typical decision that you're not going to be. The lapped cars are not going to be unlapping until the track is safe. It's not safe until definitely beyond 1:35. Sorry, 1:36. Because we've just been to Latifi's car camera at 1:36.03, and we know that there's still marshals on the track, as just evidenced.
It's classic.
It's classic, says Giampiero, inciting the strap-on fanboy. Israel Verstappen, the victim once again.
I'm not surprised.
Max isn't surprised. Haha. With the Alonso chuckle. Now, is that the Max Verstappen that we've witnessed throughout his entire career? You know, the calm, jovial, magnanimous Max Verstappen. You know, because that's how he conducts himself, isn't it? Typical decision, I'm not surprised. No, that's not what we see in Max, is it? We see him swearing. We see him coming out with a load of expletives over the radio to his team when things aren't going his way. It's not always simply lovely for Max, is it? No, because when things aren't going his way, Max is angry Max, Mad Max, isn't he? Not magnanimous Max. But at this occasion, Max is a different character. So there's 1:36, and we're heading into that complex nearing Latifi's car. 1:36.03. Try and listen. I'm going to not say anything, just listen and look at the time. Safety car's just gone round there, 1:36.13, and you should have heard the sound of engines. 1:36.13, safety car has just gone round to turn 14. Max will be a few seconds behind that. 1:36.13, where are we with Max? 1:36.02. Well, there's 1:36.12. Safety car's just gone by the scene. Max is further back, that safety car, Snake. It's a typical decision. I'm not surprised because there's still marshals on the track right there in the orange, as you can see. Still marshals on the track. Cancel that. Lapped cars will not be allowed to overtake. Typical decision. I'm not surprised. Haha, it's classic. Yeah, because they're still clearing the track up. But the poor old Red Bull, the victims, Israel Verstappen. Typical decision. No, you see, it's not, is it? It's not typical, because it's not typical for that message to go out. That's not typical, because everybody just shuts up and waits for the clerk of the course to do the clear-up operation, okay? Declares the track safe. Make sure the car is removed, the debris is swept away, any fire extinguisher powder is swept away, the barriers are checked, and then he'll hand back to the race director so that the race director can then carry out the unlapping procedure. Inform everybody, okay, we're now safe. we're now going to begin this unlapping procedure. Stay online. You stay online. No more weaving, lads. The message is going to be given to the lapped cars that they're now going to be allowed to overtake. And then once the last of those lapped cars has passed the leader, the safety car returns to the pits at the end of the following lap. The clerk of the course cannot hand back to race control yet because there's still some of his marshals on the course. That's not safe. You can't hand back. That unlapping procedure cannot begin. So Max isn't the victim here. This is just how long it's taking. Now, had it have gone to plan and the brake not caught fire and them not have to have deployed the fire extinguisher, they could have made it happen. They could have actually defrauded us and we wouldn't have probably known unless we'd have gone back into the Nicholas Latifi car on board to the start of the lap, which I'll do now. I'll do that now, just so that those of you that are watching this for the first time, you wouldn't have heard that. All right, you wouldn't have heard that. But let's go and let's find that for you now as a treat. So if you remember near the beginning of this, I had a load of tabs queued up at 1:28:25, and we press play, and very quickly after this, it's oh no, Nicholas Latifi had crashed. So at the beginning of that lap, about a minute and a half before that, okay, so about 1:27 would have been approximately when Nicholas Latifi is told. So we're coming up to 1:27 now. This is Nicholas Latifi going round turn 14, the previous lap. This is him going see this number 4 on his dash, that's 4th gear here. Okay, you can maybe pick out the throttle, what he does with the throttle as he goes round turn 14. Yep, feeds it in 4th gear, feeds it in. Now let's just see if you can pick that up.
Has to be this lap, mate.
Has to be this lap, mate. Give it everything.
Has to be this lap, mate. Give everything.
Has to be this lap, mate. Give it everything. Now, you could call me a conspiracy theorist, but that just did happen, didn't it? Let's just make sure that we all heard that. Do they do subtitles? No, they don't, unfortunately. I don't know. I don't think they do. Don't think they do. Shame.
Has to be this lap, mate. Give everything.
Has to be this lap, mate. Give it everything.
Early overtake. Early. And early overtake. Exit of 7.
This is how we choreographed the dance with Mick. You know, Toto, who supplies our engine, you know, he supplied McLaren the engine as well. And they played their role with the fake slow puncture for Lando when they cut to Ted. So, Crofty, are we in for another tyre twist, Crofty? So now the Williams is playing their part in the Toto Wolff supplied engine, and the other Toto Wolff sponsored driver who gets a job for Mercedes as their test driver, he performed his role as well. They do the dance down here. Yep, Mick opens the door for him. And then they do the little bit of a fake jostle. Oh, he pushed me off though. You can see how filthy the tyres are.
It forced me off them.
Copy. Copy.
Copy. What gear are we in, Nicholas? Oh, 3 this time. 3. That's because he forced you off. That's right, Nicholas. Let's listen to Nicholas's throttle input. So when you select a lower gear, you know it's more likely to, if you dump the throttle, wheel spin. And in a real weird drive, your rear wheels will start spinning up. And if you've got some steering angle on when you're doing that, your back end will spin out on you. That's what happens, kids, when you're driving a rear wheel drive car that's high powered and you dump the throttle on it with a bit of a steering angle on. What does Nicholas do? Oh, you hit the rev limiter.
It forced me off them.
Copy. Copy.
Was he on the rev limiter? didn't he ease the throttle in? Did he just floor the throttle and hit the rev limiter in third? You couldn't make it up, could you?
It forced me off them.
Copy. Copy.
Ooh.
You okay? You okay, mate?
Oh yeah, have a little chuckle about it, Nicholas. Yeah, you performed your role. You did it. Wasn't so bad, was it?
You okay? You okay, mate?
Sorry.
Copy.
Yeah, pretend you're sorry. That's fine. Anyway, where were we? We were on Carlos Sainz, were we? Over here. Carlos Sainz.
Behind safety car.
Let's have a look at Carlos Sainz. What was going on with Carlos Sainz? Over to Carlos Sainz. Driver cam. What number's Carlos? 55, isn't he? Oh no, Nicholas Latifi has crashed. Carlos was quite early on the scene then, wasn't he? Because again, track of view, he was the car that was ahead of Bottas. And by the time that, in fact, we'll just go to track of view now. There he is. There's Sainz, first on the scene after the crash. All right. So with Sainz being first on the scene, let's just rewind it a bit. Are we seeing yellows yet? Yellows there. His team's not told him about anything.
Double yellow where you are.
Cheers, lads. Ferrari on the ball, as usual.
And you can push more for tires. You can push more. We are safe for life. Save the car.
What do you want about? You can push more for tyres, okay? Safety car.
And stay out.
Stay out. Bit late, isn't it? Bit late.
Was Latifi as you
Make
saw?
sure that if we can, with the cast of tire, if it doesn't cost us too much.
Yeah, we are looking.
We're having a look. Wow, lads. You've got to do your calculations. You've got to look at the averages. On average, 5.5 laps are lost under safety car when incidents like this take place. There were only 5.4 laps remaining when Latifi crashed. It's highly likely it's going to be a safety car finish. If we pit, we're going to lose track position to at least Bottas. If we go round next time, if Bottas doesn't pit, stay out, stay out. You're currently in 4th position, Carlos, because Perez is ahead of you in 3rd. When he retires, you'll be on the podium, Carlos. But shh, don't want to spoil it for you.
Charge button on. Charge button on. Why cannot stay normal race?
Why can't it stay a normal race? Why has Nelson Piquet Jr. stuffed it into the wall here at Singapore to create a safety car situation?
Yeah, it should be longer though.
Yeah, it should be longer though. That means it should be a safety car finish, lads. What were they saying over here, Carlos?
Giving massive advantage to stay behind safety car.
Just started. You should let us through.
Stay behind safety car. Giving massive advantage to some people. Yeah, we should lap.
That wasn't much on there from Carlos, was it?
Just started. You should let us through.
Stay behind safety car. Giving massive advantage to some.
So this is Sainz on lap 54. This is that long straight that he's on at the moment. So this is the straight coming down from turn 5 to turn 6. This is really what's going on at that time. This is lap 54 for Sainz.
Why cannot stay normal race?
Why can't it stay a normal race? Why have they constructed this, hey Carlos?
Yeah, it should be longer though.
Should be longer though. That means, yeah, probably won't restart though. Safety car finish. They've done their calculations. Well, he's got to the end of that straight and he's not said what they presented him as saying on that screen.
Are losing 3 position on boxing, so better stay out.
We're going to lose 3 positions if we box. And it'll probably be a long one. Probably won't restart. So you're going to stay where you are.
And look up.
And the strap-on fanboy will say it was Mercedes that was silly not to box Hamilton. What was Ferrari's decision?
Your tires? Yeah, I guess so. They are losing on Tsunoda and Gasly, and try to keep temperature in the tires and work on your brakes.
So you lose to Bottas, you lose to Tsunoda, you lose to Gasly if you're tempted to pit.
I think it would be unfair if they restart this race.
Absolutely right, Carlos.
But stay behind safety car.
Yeah, stay behind safety cars. You've come now through turn 10 and you're going through turn 11. They presented you as saying that here as you're coming down from turn 5 to turn 6. So that's another bullshit one. How much bullshit have we got to fucking have? We'll carry on.
People. Yeah, we should lap.
Fernando!
I'll get the job done.
To get the job done.
Till they retire the car.
Till they retire the car. Now, which car are we talking about retiring, Fernando? We're talking about retirement. I mean, is it lost in translation where you're talking about them removing Nicholas Latifi's car, not retiring it? Obviously, he's crashed out, so he's out of the race. They're not retiring it. Or are you talking about Red Bull retiring Perez, as part of that deal? We should unlap, I know that, Mercedes are only going to okay this once that car's been retired to guarantee them the 177 million. But Fernando's probably ahead of the game on that. So, Fernando...
If not, it's going to be too late. I'll get the job done until they retire the car.
Yeah, don't worry about the Perez retirement yet, Fernando. All right, let's that was on lap 54. Let's go to the Isle of Fernando. Here he is. Here he is, heading down to turn 9. And oh no, Nicholas Latifi has crashed.
Okay, we've got safety car window is closed. We've got a double yellow after turn 14. Latifi.
The safety car window is closed. Why is the safety car window closed? Well, the safety car window is closed because if we pit you and the cars behind you don't pit, you're going to lose track position. Also, coupled with that, looking at the data, these things take 5.5 laps normally before racing resumes. There is only 5.4 laps remaining, Fernando. Hence, we believe it's going to be a safety car finish. So stay out on track. Obviously, when these cars are travelling around at such speed, because this is a highly complex technical sport, they have to condense all that down into just a few words. Okay? Shorthand version of that. But I was just explaining to you the true reality, true nature of that communication.
Crashed it. Okay, safety car, safety car. And we're staying out. Okay, so watch out for debris on the outside
There's his first time past the scene.
of 14. So make sure we're recharge on. I'm going to go forwards on brake belt. Got 5 laps remaining, including this one.
Copy.
Absolutely right. Alpine, no. You know, nobody's complaining about the 10 car lengths. Why is that always? Because he's travelling to a Delta initially.
I think we need to unlap ourselves, or
I think we need to unlap ourselves. Fernando, that's not how it works, lad. I mean, as a 2-time world champion, veteran of the sport, you know how this shit works, Fernando. Because what happens is, Fernando, all that happens is if there's an incident, the race director can choose to deploy the safety car to make sure that incident gets dealt with safely. He's just deployed the safety car less than a lap ago, Fernando. Right? You know that incident, you've just passed Latifi's car, which is crashed on the side of the track. You know that they're going to need to recover that with a crane. You know that then any debris that's on the track is going to need to be swept. You know that they also check the barriers. You lived that earlier in the season when they had you lapping for about 3 laps behind the safety car. Okay, whilst they recovered the crashed Haas in the barrier that was off the track there at Saudi. They didn't release any, I don't think there were any lap cars at that stage, but then they decided, oh no, the barrier's now going to take a long time. What are you saying about the unlapping's going to happen now, Fernando? Because you know that you don't release any cars to send them off flying around the track to catch everybody when there's marshals on the track and when there's cranes on the track. It's all about safety, Fernando. You know about that. You were in the sport when Jules Bianchi was tragically died. You know what's happened in the sport since then, Fernando. This is disgusting.
I think we need to unlap ourselves, or what do we do?
Not yet. Let's wait for race control to give that instruction.
Yes, let's wait for race control to give that instruction. When will race control give that instruction? Oh, when the clerk of the course hands back to race control after the clerk of the course has overseen the clear-up operation and then declared the track safe again, Fernando. Surely you understand that process, Fernando. Yeah? Yeah. Now, that was on lap 54 coming down towards turn 9. This is the straight between 5 and 6.
Because if not, it's going to be too late.
How many cars are...
But if it's not, it's going to be too late. Let's just go back.
Done until they retire the car. Because if not, it's going to be too late.
Back with Fernando. That was, like I say, they've just played us that with Fernando supposedly coming down between turn 5 and turn 6. Here's Fernando. He's just rounded turn 9.
Also got double waved yellow turn 11, so just a bit up the road ahead. Not sure what that is. And still the double waved yellow turn 14 as well.
Here's Latifi's car, still there. They're still there. They've had to use the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, we should unlap and get the job done until they retire the car.
Until they retire the car.
How many...
Get the job done.
Massive advantage to some people.
Yeah, we should unlap and get the job done until they retire the car.
So this is at the end of lap 54. He's saying this. They're picturing us between turn 5 and turn 6.
Yeah, we should unlap and get the job done until they retire the car.
This is the start finish straight, not the straight between turn 5 and turn 6.
Because if not, it's going to be too late. Because if not, it's going to be too late.
Unbelievable. It's confusing. Listen to our mashup and you'll see just how confused all the drivers are as this unfolds. Everybody, as we disorientate you to gaslight you all into making you believe this fraud. You bastards. Lewis Hamilton again.
How many cars are behind me and in between us?
5 cars between you. The field still hasn't bunched.
You see, some of these communications from Lewis, they don't sound too authentic to me. I don't know Lewis's knowledge in this, in as much as obviously he did say it's been manipulated, which it clearly was. His reaction when the race ended of just staying in his car, clearly gathering himself, very much appearing to be in, just knew he'd been essentially shafted. But there's these messages he's actually saying on the radio. How do we interpret them? Are these messages, and let's just play this again.
How many us?
5 cars between you. The field.
Cars are behind me and in between us.
How many cars are behind me and between us? See, that shouldn't matter. Okay, that is irrelevance coming from Hamilton. The only thing that would make it relevant is if they'd had one of these meetings and sub-meetings about getting the race going by not carrying out the procedures. So maybe in this driver's briefing, and maybe Brundle was in this driver's briefing convincing everybody that, you know what, it is possible to resume the race without carrying out the mandatory unlapping procedure. Oh no, that was one of Charlie's rules. But no, it's not mandatory. That's normally on a wet day where they don't, usually in Belgium where they don't. And if they do, how long will they wait? Is that what? Did you have to roll out Brundle in the drivers' meeting to convince the drivers that the unlapping procedure in the safety car is not mandatory, and it might be possible to resume the race if necessary with lapped cars in situ? They'll all get blue flags. Is that why Lewis is actually asking the question as to how many are in between him and Max? It's actually irrelevant because you can't go racing with lapped cars in situ anyway, so it's irrelevant. We'll play Lewis Hamilton's car radio through anyway. This is Lewis Hamilton's second time past the scene. Lewis Hamilton's lap 55. That would be right, wouldn't it? So he was on lap 53, sorry. On lap 53 first time. This is lap 54, sorry.
Safety car's going way too slow.
Yeah, just stay off the debris, so stay left.
Now, just to address that, it could be possible that the safety car was going deliberately slower than it does normally, which is wrong. Okay, it's wrong because we're told the safety car is supposed to be going full gas, which is still slow compared to Formula One cars, but it's that's what we're told. It's got to go full gas because we still need these cars' ability. The Formula One cars have still got to maintain their temperatures by going reasonably fast. The reality is, as well, though, is that the safety car is there for safety, and if it needs to slow down, it slows down. And actually, it'd be better if it was slower, because the slower they go, the less laps elapse of the race whilst that incident is being cleared. So I don't actually have an issue with the safety car being slower. Okay, but if they're contriving it by doing it slower than they normally would, when that indicates that they're actually contriving it to ensure a racing lap. All right? So the contrivance bit is wrong. The speed of the safety car bit, that really shouldn't be an issue. It becomes an issue when they do it differently to how they normally would. Anyway, we'll carry on. That being said, sometimes circumstances dictate it needing to be done differently because of needing to control the speeds of the cars. It very much seems that it ties in with the rest of the contrivance. So, anyway, we'll carry on with Lewis Hamilton's on board.
Safety car needs to pick up pace.
Copy.
That safety car does not seem to be gunning it, does it?
So the field has yet to bunch.
Didn't look to be accelerating out of that corner very much, did it?
You need to tell the safety car to speed up. He's not flat out down this straight.
Copy, Lewis.
Now, we do hear the drivers often complaining, the lead driver often complaining about that. And that's a standard thing that we see. But when you actually observe the onboard, this does seem to be worse than normal. That safety car does appear to be going significantly slower than it would under normal safety car procedures. because Hamilton is relatively cruising and he's still having to then effectively put the brakes on to not pass the safety car.
The safety car's not going full gas down the straight.
Copy, Lewis. Understood.
What were they saying over here?
5 cars between you. The field still hasn't bunched.
How many laps left?
There'll be 3 when you cross the line.
I mean, they need to start.
How many cars are behind me and in between us?
So stay hard left. 5 cars between you.
So we've just passed the scene of the crash. 5 cars between
Start the
you.
procedure.
How many laps left?
There'll be 3 when you cross the line. The field still hasn't bunched.
Behind me and in between us.
5 cars between you.
Let's just go through this again.
How many cars are behind me and in between us?
This is on the way down to turn 9, isn't it?
So stay hard left.
Cars are behind me and in between us.
How many cars are behind me between us? We're just going through that complex near turn 14. Here.
5 cars between you. So stay hard left. 5 cars between you.
That's not the same place, is it? It's not the same place.
The field still hasn't bunched. The field still hasn't bunched.
How many laps left? How many laps left?
A bit of a pause there, weren't there? There's the pit entrance.
Be 3 when you cross the line.
This is turn 9.
I mean, they need to start.
Mash up. See, it's all a fraud.
There'll be 3 when you cross the line.
So there's Hamilton. We'll be going on to lap 56, the crucial lap. Now we've gone back to Alonso on lap 55. Let's go back to Fernando. What's Alonso got to say over here?
The procedure now.
Max, those laps.
There'll be 3 when you cross the line.
I mean, they need to start the procedure now.
They need to start the procedure now.
Yeah, copy that.
I mean, they need to start the procedure now.
As he's come round turn 1 on lap 55. So this is him completing lap 54.
Yeah, we should lap and get the job done until they retire the car. Because if not, it's going to be too late.
Yeah, copy that.
I mean, they need to start the procedure now, so...
Right, so back over here.
Max, there'll be 3 when you cross the line.
I mean, they need to start the procedure now.
Oh, so they didn't show the onboard of Fernando. They showed the front view of Hamilton's car having come round turn 9, but I believe. So this is lap 55, and Fernando says they need to start the procedure now. Now we're back with Max. What are they saying over in Max's camera?
Max, those lap cars are now being allowed to overtake.
So where are we? Then now, we've already been through this on Max's, where Max has been Israel Verstappen, the victim, and then we've got round to here, haven't we? So we've gone back to that, and that was. This was earlier this lap. We're on to Lewis's.
Cars are now allowed to overtake.
Are not, sorry, cancel that. Lap cars will not be allowed to overtake.
Oh, they're not going to overtake actually.
They're not going to overtake for Lewis. So where are we coming through on Lewis's camera?
Cancel that. Lap cars will not be allowed to overtake.
Oh, they're not going to overtake actually. They're not.
Yeah, of course.
So that's the complex that they were going through on Lewis's camera.
Take.
Oh, they're not going to overtake actually. They're not.
So this is that complex that's around about turns 10, 11, 12. Or 11, 12, 13, something like that. Is that where Lewis gets told? We know that all that happened with Max earlier this lap, and Max played the victim whilst these marshals were on the track. Let's go back to Lewis's. Let's see when Lewis is told. So current location, he's just rounded turn 5. This is that long straight along the top of the circuit towards turn 6.
So lapped cars are now allowed to overtake. So no. Not.
Yeah. Cars will not be allowed to overtake.
Oh, they're not going to overtake actually. They're not.
This is the complex, about turn 10, 11 sort of thing.
Weaving, stay online. Oh, they're not going to overtake actually. They're not.
This is turn 6.
Lap cars will not be allowed to overtake.
Oh, they're not going to overtake actually.
They're not going to take actually.
So no weaving, stay online. Oh, they're not going to overtake actually.
Are we seeing the same picture, everybody? No, we're not, because it's a mashup. Okay, this is worse than the Donald Trump edit.
They're not.
Yeah, of course.
Not going to allow the cars to overtake.
Yeah, of course. Israel Verstappen is the victim.
Typical decision.
It's classic.
I'm not surprised.
He's not surprised, and that's taken place just as they come round turn 5. Not, I mean, this is earlier in the lap. Let's just go back a bit, Max. Let's go back a bit. That's turn 6. That's the straight. This is approach it. No, are we? There we are. This is turn 5.
Okay, so stay online, Max. Those lap cars are now being allowed to overtake. Stay online. Let them go.
See the picture here. See that orange thing there. That orange thing there.
Go off the road.
That car ahead doesn't look like so. It's a slightly different perspective, but yeah. And that thing there, right? Yeah, that's about roughly synced up, isn't it?
Very. It's classic.
That's, yeah, of course. Typical decision.
It's classic.
I'm not surprised.
Flashing board there. Okay, let's just go back here.
Okay, so stay online, Max. Those lap cars are now being allowed to overtake. Stay online. Let them go.
Flashing board was there. Max isn't surprised.
Go off the racing line. I'm not, sorry. Cancel that. Lap cars will not be allowed to overtake.
Yeah, of course. Typical decision.
It's classic.
I'm not surprised.
Not surprised.
Typical decision.
It's classic.
I'm not surprised.
We didn't have to wait for it this time, did we? As he came down the track, because we're not at the same place. That's a bit of a break, whatever that is going across there. That's the end of the circuit. Not the same place, is it? This is all like then. See, this is the end of that straight. This is turn 6. This is the start. This is the end. This is coming out of turn 5. That's a mashup.
Very strange.
Back to Carlos Sainz, who's very strange. Where's Carlos? Where's Carlos? Where's Carlos? Have I done away with Carlos? Here's Carlos. Let's have a listen to where the strangeness is going on.
Yeah, understood.
Let's make sure we've not missed it.
Start this race. But I think it would be unfair if they restart this race.
Absolutely right, Carlos.
But should stay behind safety car. Yeah, understood. Giving massive advantage to some people.
Absolutely right, Carlos. Didn't make the edit for the mashup though, Carlos. That's not how they wanted to mind condition people, Carlos, you see. You know, they like to abuse the fans. They like to take advantage. They like to manipulate minds. You know, that's what they do. Exploit people. The exploitation of the vulnerable, Carlos.
And try to keep temperature in the tires as you are doing. And shock 7. How many laps to go, Ricky? 5 laps.
5 laps. He's not caught the car in front yet. He's not within his 10 car lengths. No, because you don't have to be because you haven't caught yet.
When I cross the start finish. Four more when you cross. 4 more. Should try to keep between 0 and -10 the tires if it's helping you.
So there's Latifi's car. They're trying to load the, hook it up to the crane. That would be after the fire extinguisher was deployed. Fire extinguisher was deployed on lap 54. And if he's just completing lap 54, then that would mean 55, 56, 57, 58. So it's not 4 laps to go. Let's just double check this.
Radio still open.
Right, let's just go to data view. 1:32:42.
It's Max Verstappen.
And they're on lap 55 now. 55, 56, 57, 58. Oh, maybe I was wrong. I was wrong. So 4 including this one now.
But pitted, Red Bull had nothing to lose.
Red Bull had nothing to lose. Let's just go back.
Radio still open. Charge button on. And keep the temperature as you are doing. That is a good target where you are.
So there you've got the crane and Latifi's car. And there you've got the marshals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 marshals on the track.
Let them
and we're on lap 56. There must have been something glitching there. That is what I expected. The leaders are on lap 56. Science is that's right. That's where I'm. Sorry. Trying to lose track of this because obviously when I'm going to each of these drivers, when I pause it, they're all at different phases of the race. All right. Science himself is on his lap 55. The leaders have crossed the line and have begun lap 56, but Science is completing lap 55, which is the first of the 4 laps that were remaining when his race engineer told him that we're 4 at the end of this lap. So he's just completing the first of those 4. So let's go back to Carlos Sainz.
There seems some oil reported where they crash. Watch out for oil. Was it oil there?
Yeah, still the white thing. We need to clean it a bit before we go racing.
Okay, we need to clean it a bit before we go racing. Absolutely right, Carlos. We're now on lap 56. This is the lap that the lapped cars will have to be released on if there's going to be any racing. And you've just said there still needs to be some cleaning. How long is that going to take? You know that it takes about 2 minutes to go around this lap under safety car conditions. Are they going to clean it in 2 minutes?
No, that could be dangerous.
Because it's got to be cleaned, otherwise it will be dangerous. The clerk of the course can't declare the track safe. Did they say that over here?
Very unfair.
Surprise!
Very strange. Very unfair.
That's what the mashup wanted to present to you. Here, they'll just what the reality is on that.
Yeah, still the white thing. We need to clean it a bit before we go racing. If not, it could be dangerous. A lot of cars need to unlock, no? I see in front of me.
Yeah, a lot of cars need to unlap. You know, I see them in front of me. Yeah, there's 7 in front of you, Carlos, and there's 1 behind you. All right. There's the 2 that you see in front of you, which is Lance Stroll and Daniel Ricciardo. And then you've got Max Verstappen, and then you've got 5, but sat behind you is also Mick Schumacher, so there's a total of 8.
And we are P3 right now, Perez box.
Yes, Red Bull have played their role and made sure that they're now going to only finish second in the Constructors. There's no chance of them winning the Constructors. There's no risk to Mercedes whatsoever now because Mercedes went into the Grand Prix with a lead of 28 points and now they've retired their second car. So the most that Red Bull can ever achieve is 26 points in this race. So even if the two Mercedes cars now failed, Mercedes would still win the $177 million. The deal's been done. So you're now in third, Carlos. Woohoo! Obviously, they can't say that over the radio, but that's what it meant.
Working on your tires.
Remember, this is the lap that the lapped cars have got to be released on. Because once the last lap car has passed the leader, the safety car will return to the pits at the end of the following lap. That's the only way you get a racing lap on lap 58. They have to be released this lap.
I am not going racing with all these cars in front of me.
Absolutely right, Carlos. What were they saying over here?
Very strange. Very unfair.
The mashup says it's very strange, very unfair. Over here,
They need to run lap.
Yeah, that's the message for them. They should pass, but stay calm.
why Ferrari saying, oh yeah, the message now, they should pass, stay calm, when Red Bull were saying, cancel that, lapped cars will not be allowed to overtake at turn 5. It's classic. I'm not surprised. Typical decision. That was between turn 5 and 6 for Red Bull, wasn't it? Why are Ferrari only telling him after he's gone round turn 9?
Yeah, that's the message for them.
It's turn 9. They rounded turn 9 a long time ago.
They should pass, but...
At the time where Red Bull were telling Max, cancel that, lap cars will not be allowed through, Carlos Sainz would have been at about turn 4. Carlos Sainz is at turn 9 now, and it's only now that they're telling him, oh yeah, they'll be releasing the lapped cars. What's going on here, lads?
Stay calm.
Are you only telling Red Bull? Do Red Bull get to find out before everybody else?
They will not unlap, so they will not unlap themselves.
Oh, Ferrari get to find out that about turn 10.
So they will stay there.
Very strange. It's not my race, these guys, and I will have to race them. Very unfair. It's not my race, these guys, and I will have to race them. Very unfair. It's not my race, these guys, and I will have to race them.
Will not unlap themselves, so they will stay there.
Very strange. Very unfair. It's not my race, these guys, and I will have to race them.
Very strange, very unfair. Why you're saying it's very unfair is that if racing resumes, that he's supposed to be on the back of Max Verstappen, isn't he? But he's got in front of him, he's got Lance Stroll and he's got Daniel Ricciardo, preventing him from being on the back of Max Verstappen.
And they will all have blue flags. Talk to Michael.
See? That's who he's talking about, it being very unfair that he's not on the back of Max Verstappen.
Very unfair. It's not my race, these guys, and I will have to race them.
They're not his race. His race is Max Verstappen. Now, I think I've articulated that before by saying that Verstappen and Hamilton aren't his race because in terms of the championship, everything was billed as a shootout, a two-horse race between the two title contenders. But what we've got to remember, this is a Grand Prix. This is one of the number of Grand Prix that's in the season, and at any single one of them Grand Prix, every driver wants to be the winner of it. It is their race. Every driver wants to stand on the top step at the Grand Prix and be the Grand Prix winner. Carlos is in third position now in this race. When this race restarts, legally, he's right on the back of second place. He's got a chance of overtaking second place. And you never know, even might have a chance of winning. But it's not fair. He's got these guys in between him now.
And they will all have blue flags. Talk to Michael.
And they will all have blue flags. Has Brundle been in the drivers' meeting convincing you all that it's not mandatory, but that's normally... I know it was reintroduced in 2012, lads, but you're all young lads, and I'm the expert. I'm Martin Brundle. That was one of Charlie's. It's not mandatory, I don't think, but that's normally on a wet day in Belgium. And if they do, how long will they wait? They'll all get blue flags, you know. Have you been conditioned with that narrative? Have they mind conditioned all the competitors with that to as all part of the contrivance, Carlos?
Well, it's going to be a mess with all the blue flags.
Yeah. What's going on here? It's going to be a mess with the blue flags. We're on the end of lap 56 now. We've got a jumper over the barrier. There he goes. There he goes. That was the last marshal departing the track. Okay. So, the clerk of the course still needs to confirm that the track is safe. He needs to radio race control. He needs to say, right, the course is now safe. I've certified it as being safe. You can now carry out the unlapping procedure. Those 8 lapped cars, one of them's behind Carlos here. They can now begin the unlapping procedure. You need to notify all of the drivers to now stay online and not be weaving, so that they don't cause a hazard as these lapped cars are released. But the cars are significantly up ahead of you. I mean, you can only see 1, 2 of them. But ahead of them 2, you've got Max, you've got the other 5 cars, you've got Lewis, you've got the safety car. They're quite a bit ahead of you.
It's very likely that the race will finish like this.
It's very likely that the race will finish like this, behind the safety car.
To see, because it's unsafe at the moment, still.
It's still unsafe at the moment. Yeah, the course isn't clear yet. They'll know that the course hasn't been declared clear yet.
How is the oil situation?
Bad, but the worst is the blue flag. It's gonna be dangerous with so many cars.
Yeah, but the worst is the blue flag. Yeah, they conditioned you that they're going to resume it with the blue flags. Leaving the lap cars in situ.
In fourth position, so many cars. Bad, but the worst is the blue flag. It's gonna be dangerous with so many cars fighting for position. So many cars, with blue flags. It's gonna be a
mess. Yeah, you're not actually fighting them for position. The guy that you should be fighting position, you're not allowed to fight with position because he's up the road. Yeah, and what's worse than this, Carlos, that you've probably not thought about is Lando Norris has been held back behind Lewis Hamilton. Lando was previously trying to fight with Pierre Gasly. Pierre Gasly is right at the back of this safety car snake now, so he's effectively a lap ahead of Lando Norris. That's not allowed. That's why you've got to do the unlapping procedure. You've got to restore sporting fairness to all competitors. Well, back over to the Red Bull Team Science.
He's not going to allow us to unlap ourselves.
Understood. That was Alonso. Understood. As we pass turn 14, as the marshals are jumping the barriers, as they show us from the F1 TV edit the emotion in the Red Bull garage, praying to the
unlap ourselves.
Oh, laughing boy Alonso's looking at the jumpers.
Understood.
Let's see when laughing boy hears that. Is this? No, where's Alonso? Which one's Alonso? Here's Alonso.
So, meanwhile, they retrieve the car, they pick up the car, and then we're ready to go.
So this is Fernando Alonso. This is his lap 55, I believe. Having just told us what we need to do, having gone around turn 1.
I mean, they need to start the procedure now. So, meanwhile, they retrieve the car.
He's just gone by the scene and known that there's the crash car still on track, knowing that they've deployed a fire extinguisher on it, and he's telling them that they need to do the unlapping procedure now. Not that it really matters to his race, because he's not really going to be able to attack much, because it's Lando Norris that's ahead of him, and Lando's just had some fresh tyres fitted because of the mysterious slow puncture. So tyre-wise, McLaren is not only a faster car in that race because it was running much further up. I think it was running in fourth prior to the mysterious slow puncture. It's not only a faster car, it's on fresher tyres. So it's not as though Fernando's going to have much of a chance of having a go at him. But he's eager for the race to restart, isn't he, is Fernando?
To pick up the car and then we're ready to go.
Okay, we're going to soon do some brake and tyre warming. Got margin for that. So a bit more weaving and all of those sides, so we can do a bit more weaving.
Sorry about the poor audio quality. It's nothing to do with me. That was the way it squelched through. So there's a Latifi car being craned away. Note there's no marshals on the track yet until, well, whilst these cars are going by.
So at the end of this lap there will be 3 laps remaining.
Yeah, come on, let's unlap the guys. And next lap is green. So in 2 laps time.
Yeah, Fernando knows. We're now going on to lap 15. What am I talking about, lap 15? We're now going on to lap 56. The key lap. The unlapping has to be done this lap. I'm just going to rewind that.
Yeah, come on. Let's unlap.
So at the end of this lap there will be 3 laps remaining.
At the end of this lap, there will be 3 laps remaining, meaning they're finishing lap 55 now. There will be 3 remaining, 56, 57, 58. The lapped cars need to be released on lap 56. The safety car returns to the pits at the end of the following lap, which is the end of lap 57. Lap 58 can be a racing lap. That's the only way. So, this lap that they're about to go on, them lap cars have to be released on. Fernando knows this.
Yeah, come on. Let's unlap the guys. And next lap is green. So in 2 laps time.
Next lap is going to be all in 2 laps time. What do you know, Fernando? You know that this is going to be manipulated. You know you've had this meetings and sub-meetings, and you've all discussed that where possible we'll try to finish the race under green conditions, Fernando. Isn't that right, Fernando? That's exactly what you know, Fernando. And you're delighting in it, aren't you, Fernando? You want to see Lewis, your arch enemy, getting smashed. Yeah, you like that thought, don't you, Fernando?
The guys. And next lap it's going to in 2 laps time.
He stopped himself saying it'll be too late the next lap. Yeah, it will be too late, Fernando, because if you can't do it on this lap you're about to go on to, lap 56, it will be too late. But you stopped yourself. You had to you knew you couldn't let that out.
Yeah, come on. Let unlap the guys. And next lap it's going to in 2 laps time.
Just let unlap ourselves. He's not going to allow us to unlap ourselves. Okay, so he's not going to allow us to unlap ourselves.
So this is lap 56. He's just turned turn 5 on lap 56. This is the end of lap 56. This is turn 14. You've just heard that over here, haven't you? This is Esteban Ocon. Fernando's the car ahead of him.
He's not going to allow us to unlap ourselves.
So there's Norris. Here's Alonso. The car behind him is Ocon. This is turn 14. These are the marshals. Ha ha ha.
Okay, so he's not going to allow us to unlap ourselves.
Understood.
Understood. So you understood why he was not going to allow you to unlap yourself when you've rounded turn 5 and you're heading down that straight towards turn 6. But you realised then, Fernando, didn't you?
Going to allow us to unlap ourselves.
You realised then that it was because there was marshals on the track, and that's why you laughed, wasn't it, Fernando, when you were here?
Understood.
Next.
Okay. Just let us through and start the race.
Just let us through and start the race. Where's Sebastian? Adios. Where is this one, Sebastian?
You know already, but you can ignore the delta now. It's just about safety car.
You can ignore the delta now. Now close up within 10 car lengths. Remember those Saudi fanatics that got incited by Gianpiero Lambesi and Max Verstappen, you know, to radicalise the youth.
To keep working.
Obviously, they're just playing their part. It's the F1 TV that choose to broadcast to radicalise the youth.
Working on tyre temps, you can get your brakes hotter. So if they do give us the instruction to unlap ourselves, it's you've got 4 cars.
If they do give us the instruction, well, why wouldn't they? Have you been briefed by Brundle saying it's not mandatory, I don't think, but that's normally on a wet day where they don't in Belgium. Is it that briefing that you've been given, or are you saying that because it'll be a safety car finish and therefore you're not going to unlap?
So if they do give us the instruction to unlap ourselves, it's you've got 4 cars between you and the Hamilton, the race leader. So all 4 of those will be unlapping themselves. You stay behind. So.
What do you mean you stay behind?
exit of 14, there is a truck on the track, so keep to the left again, keep to the left.
There you go. So we're on lap 55.
So lapped cars will not be allowed to overtake. Lapped cars will not be allowed to overtake.
So Aston Martin informed that lapped cars will not be allowed to overtake on lap 56 because, as we've already demonstrated, Latifi's car is still being recovered. Well, it's being recovered by the crane, and as the car pans round, you can see the marshals working on the track at this exact moment.
So behind you, you've got Verstappen on fresh softs, Ricciardo and Lance. Ahead,
But
Leclerc.
Verstappen is lapped. No, I'm lapped to him.
No, you're not lapped to him, Seb, because when he pitted for them fresh soft tyres, you unlapped to him. Prior to Latifi crashing, yes, Verstappen had made his way past you and lapped you, but then when he pitted, you passed him back because you remained on track. So you unlapped yourself relative to him. He's behind you. He hasn't lapped you now.
So it's blue flag basically as soon as we go.
Yes, it will be blue flags, but you weren't lapped to him.
Yeah, confirm, you're right.
Well, you would be blue flagged under normal racing conditions. Had he been in the position he's in now, relative to you, during the race, you'd be instructed, you've got one of the lead cars that is now a lap ahead of you, just let it by. But this is a safety car, you don't restart the safety car like this, because Lando Norris, who's directly behind Lewis Hamilton at the start of this safety car snake, prior to this, he was trying to challenge Pierre Gasly for position. Pierre Gasly's now at the end of this snake, a lap ahead of Lando Norris. You've got to reset the condition.
Just let us through and start the race.
Just let us through and start the race. No. I've just told you, Lando Norris has been left a lap behind Gasly. You've got to restore sporting fairness to all competitors prior to the resumption of any race. Also, Sebastian, are you aware of what's taking place at turn 14? Are you aware that there are still marshals on the track? Because, you know, where are you, Sebastian? Here's you here. This one's you, Sebastian. Right, let's just go to this one. There you are, Sebastian. Let's just go here. There you are, Sebastian, because you've got Max behind you. Right, let's just go back a bit.
Not going to allow us to unlap ourselves.
Right, so there is Alonso, there's Ocon, there's Leclerc, there's you, Sebastian. You're actually level with these marshals here. You'll arrive at that point soon as we go a bit further round, Sebastian, right? Marshals there. Right, not safe to release anybody yet. Back over here, Sebastian.
Basically as soon as we go.
Yeah, confirm. Ahead.
But
Leclerc.
Verstappen is lapped. No, I'm lapped to him. So it's blue flag basically as soon as we go.
Yeah, confirm.
Not allowed to restart like that, Sebastian.
You're right.
Just let us through and start the race.
No, it's not allowed. The track's not safe, Sebastian. But they'll use that soundbite in the mashup. Remember, we're now heading down towards turn 9 when they play that.
Understood.
Okay. Just let us through and start the race.
No, just let us through and start the race.
Understood.
Okay. Just let us through and start the race.
There's Sebastian right there. Now is at turn 15. Here, he's not even reached turn 9. Just let us through and start the race.
We haven't had a restart yet. Behind Verstappen is Ricciardo on new softs.
This is turn 9. Ten, 11, 12, 13, 14. And here's the marshals. And see this bit of curbing, not curbing, the red and white on the left hand side. Okay, that you're approaching the end of. Well, this is you from the other angle. This is the front view of you, Sebastian. This is your driver's view of the same thing. That's not congruent, is it? Well, they're claiming that that's where you said this. You said that a long time ago, didn't you, Sebastian? In the mashup.
There's still a load of debris down there.
Still a load of debris down there. Yeah. Let's have a look at Lewis's camera.
So we believe they may restart the race like this.
You're not allowed to. Has Brundle been in the meeting? I don't think it's mandatory. But that's normally on a wet day where they don't. In Belgium. And if they do, how long will they wait?
Just be mindful that there's
They'll all get blue flags, you know.
still that extinguishment down exit turn 14.
So this is turn 14. Is this the picture we're seeing? Similar, isn't it?
There's still a load of
There's still
debris down there.
Still a load of debris down there. What do they say over here?
Just let us through and start the race. There's still a load of debris down there.
Lewis is saying there's still a load of debris down there as they pass that site with the crane there. The crane's gone. We just got the marshal there. This is lap 56. That's lap 55. Crane should be over there. Behind there. With Latifi's car on it. Now the marshals are still doing their thing. This is the end of lap 56. With the crane there, that's lap 55.
There's still a load of debris down there.
And copy that, Lewis.
Okay. Just let us through and start
So that's lap 56 with the marshals just jumped over.
the race. They're still
This is lap 55 with the crane.
lower debris down there.
Coming around there, claiming that Lewis is saying there's still a load of debris down there.
And copy that, Lewis.
I don't know.
And Lewis really said it on lap 56.
There's still lower debris down
to the check.
At turn 15. Unbelievable, isn't it? We'll just go back again because I pressed the wrong thing.
There's still lower debris down there.
And copy that, Lewis.
And copy that, Lewis. Was that lag? Was that gap the same?
I understand race. There's still lower debris down there.
And copy that, Lewis.
There's still lower debris down there.
And copy that, Lewis.
Yeah, so they've edited out the gap as well, and so this is lap 56 that it really happened. They presented it as happening on lap 55 when that crane was still on the track. Now what?
I don't understand why he's not letting us through. He's just messing this thing up.
He's just messing this thing up. What thing is he messing up, Sebastian?
That, Lewis.
I don't understand why he's not letting us through. He's just messing this thing up.
Indeed, he is messing this thing up. What is this thing that you know is this thing, Sebastian? Let's find Sebastian. So this should be lap 50. Well, they're saying it's lap 57. Let's just check what we're on Sebastian's onboards.
They may
lap 57. What were you saying, Martin?
allow the lap cars through. It's not mandatory, to point it out, but as you point out, Crofty, there'd be no racing laps if they let the lap cars.
Good cop, bad cop, as you say, Crofty. Absolutely right, Martin. Sebastian Vettel, number 5. Let's go back.
Yeah. So there's 2 laps to go, 2 laps.
So we're now going to be on lap 57. Safety car finish. Because even if you release the lap cars on this lap, okay, safety car returns to the pits at the end of the following lap. Safety car finish.
I don't understand why he's not letting us through. He's just messing this thing up.
So that's turn 1. This here isn't turn 1, alright? This is that bit where this is the pit lane re-merging. So this is turn 2 and turn 3 where the pit lane merges into the track. So you see again.
So there's 2 laps to go, 2 laps.
I don't understand why he's not letting us through. He's just messing this thing up.
Not even hit the apex of turn 1.
Be that, Lewis.
I don't understand why he's not letting us through. He's just messing this thing up.
So
well, look at what's now.
It's going to let 4 cars through.
So he's going to let 4 cars through. Where's Lewis there?
Through. He's just messing this thing up.
So it's going to let.
That's the bridge going down. That's straight towards turn 9. Let's go back to Lewis. So Lewis is finishing lap 56, going to be on lap 57. Start of lap 57.
So yeah, just keep working those tyres. So they are currently. So it'll be 1 when you cross the line. There are 5 back markers between you and P2. So Norris is the car behind. He has 7 lap old medium tyres.
So we're seeing the green light on the safety car. That is to give the instruction to the lapped cars to release. Now if you look, pay attention to that. So you're seeing it being orange. And it goes green there. So right as they go into turn 6 on lap 57, that light goes green. That is the instruction for the lapped cars to release.
So he's now going to let the cars through.
Pay attention to the bridge. Let's just see what happens on this one.
I understand why he's not letting us through. It's just messing this thing up.
So he's going to let 4 cars through. Everybody.
It's just messing this thing up.
So this is the bridge, okay, that we're about to go under here. Okay, that's the bridge. You see I'm slightly, just a frame or two ahead on this one because this is the curb that we're reaching the end of and we're closer to the end of it there.
So he's going to let 4 cars through. So he's now going to let the cars through.
So he's going to now let... That's not the same audio.
It's just messing this thing up.
So he's going to let 4 cars through. So he's now going to let the cars through.
So he's now going to let the cars through.
It's just messing this thing up.
So he's going to let 4 cars through.
Things that make you go, Have you been in the recording studio, lads, doing different edits of what it is you actually said? Let's see which of this is authentic or not. We are dealing with a fucking fraud. You corrupt bastards. Mercedes. Mate, Mercedes are clearly part of this. Mercedes can't even say the same thing when we're looking at the same footage.
So he's now going to let the cars through.
Letting us through. It's just messing this thing up.
So he's going to let 4 cars through.
Past the safety car.
So he's going to let 4 cars through.
Now we're getting that. Okay, maybe it wasn't recorded in the studio, but look this is where it actually happens. That's where it actually happens. See these DHL boards there?
So he's going to let 4 cars through.
Letting us through. It's just messing this thing up.
So he's going to let 4 cars through.
Well, they'd already gone by the time you'd said it over here. There's turn 9. There's the 5th car. There's the 5th car. And it's ending, and it's ending. Wow! Because this green light here, that's really allowing the lapped cars to go through. Oh, it's no longer green. I mean, that's all we're letting through.
Everybody behind you will stay in position. Yeah, so everybody up to Vettel are allowed to overtake Hamilton. Okay, you've been told to overtake. You can overtake. Yep. You can overtake Hamilton. Yep.
Okay. Safety car has the green light.
Yep, you can overtake.
What are these two guys doing? They are not unlapping themselves. They need to go.
Restart like this, they restart like this, S1 for the restart.
See, that's not allowed to happen. Now what they missed out on is Fernando. They did miss this bit from Fernando.
So we got Verstappen in P2 is about 4 cars behind you.
Yeah, and he should be 2 cars in front of me.
No, it shouldn't be 2 cars in front of you because you're not in 4th place, Fernando. You know, before we restart, we've got to reset the correct race order. The restart condition has to be met, which is all cars in the correct race order, one behind the other. All right. Having intervened in a race with a safety car, you've neutralised racing, and therefore all of the previously built-up advantages between all competitors get wiped out. And the mandatory restart condition is all of the competitors in the correct race order lined up one behind the other with all the advantages wiped out. That's sporting fairness. That's what the procedure is there to achieve. Where are you, Fernando? Where are you? What's your position in this race now that Perez? There's Alonso in 9th. And 9th place Alonso. I mean, once you pass the pit lane, you'll actually be elevated to 8th. All right, but you're currently showing in 9th. You think that Verstappen, who's in 2nd place, should be 2 cars ahead of you. No, he should be... well, once you're in 8th, he should be 6 cars ahead of you, shouldn't he? Yeah. Let's say you're that one there in 8th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll be the 6th car ahead of you, Fernando. All right? That's the way it works, Fernando. Let's go back to Fernando, see what Fernando thinks in the comments section.
Yeah, and he should be 2 cars in front of me.
No, Fernando, you're not in 4th. You should know that. But what Fernando means is that Max should be right on the back of Lewis. That's what you want, isn't it, Fernando? That's what you want, isn't it? But that doesn't mean you get to stay there, Fernando, because you're not 4th. Okay? Shouldn't be 2 cars in front of you with Max on the back of the Lewis for the shootout. Because, no, the procedure's got to happen, which means that you're not there. You're part of the procedure.
So at the end of this lap, 2 laps remaining.
Anyway.
There's cars overtaking the safety car.
So we've got Sainz and we've got Stroll. Let's go and find a bit of Sainz. Carlos. Vamos! Where are you, Carlos? Is it? No, where is he? Where's he gone? There he is.
And an unfair for us. Very unfair.
Copy.
Normally, they always unlap.
Yes, but Martin's been in there to lie to you all. It's not normal. They've had to do it since these regulations were reintroduced for the beginning of the 2012 season. You know, this is the 199th Grand Prix contested under these regulations, and they've done it every time that this situation has happened. It's not just a case of, well, normally they do. Yes, it's mandatory that they do.
How many laps to go?
There's 2 to go.
Including this one, or let's have a look. Where are we?
Incidents.
Well, 2. So this one, the one you're on, and 1 more.
How many laps to go?
There's 2 to go. So the next lap will be the last.
What's happening?
Lapped cars, they are unlapping.
So this is turn 9, all right? This thing down here.
Not us, not us. Stay where you are.
That thing there is turn 9, that big kind of loop back on yourself, 180. This is it from Carlos's perspective.
Safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Okay, head down, focus, keep position.
What's happening?
Go back here.
Stay taking the safety.
S1 for the restart. Restart like this, they restart like this.
They restart like this. So this is that straight, well, I say straight. This is that section. They come down here and they come down towards turn 9. Carlos Sainz on it now.
Lapped cars, they are unlapping. Safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Okay, head down, focus, keep position on Bottas. Will not change massively, but try your best. Good warm up on the
Tell
track.
this Aston Martin to unlap himself. What is he doing?
Okay.
What are these two guys doing?
And K1 for the restart.
What are these two guys doing? They are not unlapping themselves. They need to go.
Restart like this. They restart like this.
So they're going around turn 14 and they've been told that they restart like this.
They are not unlapping themselves. They need to go.
Restart like this. They
Carlos Sainz is back up here.
restart like this.
And over here.
What are these two guys doing? They are not unlapping themselves. They need to go.
Restart like this. S1.
Not unlapping themselves. They need to go.
Restart like this. They restart like this.
How many? How many? This is worse than the Donald Trump $1 billion claim against the BBC. Fraudulent bastards.
S1 for the restart.
There's cars overtaking the safety car.
Not us, not us. Stay where you are. Stay where you are.
I don't understand why I shouldn't be able to overtake the safety car.
Lance doesn't understand why you shouldn't be able to overtake the safety car. I don't know if I've got a tab loaded up. Let's get to Lance's. Let's take it to 138 on Lance Stroll. So where are we? What number's Stroll? There he is.
There's cars overtaking the safety car.
Not us, not us. Stay where you are. Stay where you are.
So that's rounding turn 9.
Where you are.
I don't understand why I shouldn't be able to overtake the safety car.
Safety car is in this lap. Safety car is in this lap. Cars behind will have blue flags. Cars behind will have blue flags.
don't understand why I shouldn't be able to overtake the safety.
So that's not there, is it?
Stay where you are.
I don't understand why I shouldn't be able to overtake the safety car.
So as they're rounding turn 9, you claim that he's saying that. That's not turn 9, this is about turn 12, isn't it?
Where you are. Stay where you are.
I don't understand why I shouldn't be able to overtake the safety car.
Flags, cars behind will have blue flags.
I don't understand why I shouldn't be able to overtake the safety car.
Yes, it's getting manipulated, man.
Oh my
Oh, dear me. Dear me. This has been manipulated. The entire mashup is a construct that Simon Lazenby presented to us. Look at the unfolding confusion, everybody. There seemed to be uncertainty in race control, and all the drivers are confused, aren't they? Well, this has just unravelled that confusion because they've made it appear to be confusing because they're fraudulent.
Oh, Max!
Oh, my Lord, Max. Yes.
Yes!
Yes.
Oh my God!
Yes. Can we do this for the next 10 years, guys? No, because Adrian jumped ship and Jonathan Wheatley jumped ship and Christian Horner, the sex pest, got sacked. No, he didn't get sacked. He got paid 50 odd million to go away. That's the way it works. He got found not guilty by a Red Bull appointed barrister who did an investigation to find that he's not a sex pest. Exciting. Woohoo!
I'm just speechless, Lewis. Absolutely
Yeah, of course you are, Bono. You were part of it.
speechless.
Best checkered flag. We'll explain what happened. We'll explain
We'll explain, Lance. We'll explain, Lance.
later.
Yeah, man, what?
Yeah, man, what the... Right, let's have a look for Lance. What we'll do. Track of view.
Hamilton will be ahead. Verstappen is... Hamilton has the way to the check. For Verstappen is Verstappen catches the check. Outside.
Oh my God, that was so not right.
Here is Hamilton. Of all the drive, it looks like it's going to go the way of Max Verstappen. And it's going Dutch.
It's going Dutch. Woohoo! Back to Lance.
Okay, Lance, that's checkered flag. That's checkered flag. We'll explain what happened. We'll explain later.
Yeah, man, what the fuck?
Absolutely right, Lance. Quiet, Lance. We'll explain later. Shh, shh. Don't tell the world that we've just contrived this.
We'll explain later. Okay, Lance, that's checkered flag. That's checkered flag. We'll explain what happened. We'll explain later.
Yeah, man, what the fuck?
We'll explain later.
Shh. We'll explain later. The guy that's the manager of the team, here's Mrs. is in the House of Lords. She'll have connections with the UK Serious Fraud Office. They won't investigate the fraud. Don't you worry about it, but we've got to still cover it up. Don't you worry, little head. I can't remember the guy's name that's one of these team bosses at Aston Martin, but it's his missus that's got connections in the House of Lords, and they're all lords, and, you know, with the judicial system and the Serious Fraud Office, you know, the tools of the empire that, you know, that make things the way that they are, you know, that contrive things the way that they do. They hold certain people to account for certain things, but not others, depending on whose interests and, you know, the impact on the economy that the fraud has. Yeah, so don't worry about that, Lance. Don't you worry about that. We'll explain later.
Okay, Lance, that's checkered flag. That's checkered flag. We'll explain what happened. We'll explain later.
Yeah, man, what the fuck?
We'll explain later.
And billionaire daddy, Lance, no, it's not. What's Lawrence Stroll's your daddy, isn't it? Who's your daddy? Lance is Lawrence. The value of his Aston Martin team, that's going to increase at least another billion now, because because of all the kiddies that we've excited to now watch the show. So we'll explain later. It's all good for you, Lance. You might inherit that.
I got no idea what they did with letting cars through. Obviously, I wasn't really in that, anyways. But it seems strange.
Yeah, it seems strange. In all your Formula One career, you've never experienced anything like that before, have you, Daniel? Because it was a contrivance.
Yeah, it was a bit unusual.
Bit unusual, says the McLaren race engineer. Bit unusual, yeah, just a bit unusual. Not entirely corrupt, not entirely fraudulent. Don't you worry about that. We'll get a few constructors championships out of this in the future as part of the deal.
Unfortunately, that pit stop at the end, which I think would have been a good idea, didn't work because they only let through.
Yeah, we changed you onto these fresh soft compound tyres as well, Daniel, so that you could do well in the one lap shootout, but you didn't get to take part in the one lap shootout. You know, the sporting regulations will never be applied so as to prevent or impede sporting competition for anybody, but they were applied to prevent you. But the stewards won't know that. They won't know that, even though there's a Mercedes, get a barrister to go into that fraudulent stewards appeal to put on that facade as well. Don't you worry, little heads.
Some of the cars.
But why did they not let us go straight away?
Let me tell you, Sebastian, why they didn't let you go straight away. Because the marshals were clearing the track up, and the track wasn't clear until you'd all passed that incident on lap 56. If you'd have been paying attention, Sebastian, you'd have seen the guys wearing the orange jumping over the barrier as you were passing them at the end of lap 56, meaning that the earliest that cars could have been released was on lap 57, meaning that dictated it was a safety car, Sebastian. But Skysports are mashing this up to present the confusion, and none of the drivers could work out what was going on here.
This is what I still don't understand.
Glad I'm not a part of that. Whatever just happened, it seemed
If you placed a bet on that event, you were defrauded by these lads at Sky Sports, by F1 TV, by Formula One, by all of them teams that were complicit with that, by the governing body, the FIA, by the owners of the show, Liberty Media. You know, Liberty Media is ultimately owned by Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street. You know, the mind conditioning machine of the empire. You know, those with the wealth, the financial interests, the control of everything. They own the media companies that tell people how things are. Yeah, that when you are the empire, when you are the establishment, you know, those with wealth and power, you've got to have ownership of the narrative maker. Yeah, you've got to be able to condition people with what actually this is the version of events that you need to believe. So they own all the mind conditioning machines. And then they condition your minds. They abuse you. They radicalize people. And they take advantage of the vulnerable minds that they've conditioned. This is how filthy they are. This is we could call it the Matrix. This is the illusion that they create. This is the version of events that they create to condition our minds as to be that. And if you've got half a brain, you'll have just gone through that presentation. I don't know, 95% of the population don't have the capacity to sit through the length of this. I've just done that. I've paused it a couple of times. As I told you once, when I was paused it, I had to pause it. Went to go to Nicholas Latifi's car for onboard footage. But the rest of the time, I've done this in one straight through recording. I need a wee now. I need a wee. I've been holding it for a while. But that'll do on this one. We might play through the end of the advert. Let's play through the end of the advert for betting. Don't waste your money.
365, we're here to keep every moment extraordinary.
Yeah.
And every now and then, that means
them betting companies are there to make everything extraordinary for you.
taking a break. Make the most of the moments without us so you can enjoy the moments with us. When you play
Wow.
safe with Bet365.
Bullshit, this is.
It's Bet Builder time for Josh.
Oh, second gambling advert.
And he goes to great lengths to build his
3+ shots. How's my
Pretty up.
Okay.
It was pretty messed up, wasn't it, Daniel?
Whatever just happened, it seemed pretty up.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I have to say about that. For those who endured this, thank you for your time. That's as much proof as anybody needs. So, to Formula One and your legal team, these esteemed barrister, the experts of law from the King's Council, all of you from the chambers, go away and construct your side of the argument for the game of tennis in the court, for the court legal battle, where you're going to try and threaten me that, if you beat me at the game of tennis, then I'm going to have to pay your £600 million in legal fees, because that's how much you're worth for making a fraudulent argument for criminals who have defrauded the planet. Yeah. So go away and construct your argument, and then there'll be a corrupt judge that will allow the facade to play out in secret, in private, because they don't want the world to see the facade for what it really is. Okay, but then we'll get together in court, right? And if you're a lying motherfucker, I'm going to try and make sure that there's some consequence for you for seeking to pervert the course of justice. Thank you for your time.